guys, thanks for clicking on the video and coming over to my channel. I'm Crystal MacArthur, and today I have a very special, near and dear friend of mine. Her name is Melissa.
Hi everybody.
Welcome, Melissa. Thank you so much for coming and agreeing to do this. She's
You're
so
welcome.
cool. I had to do it. So I wanted to interview her about her life because she is came into my life at a very pivotal moment where I really needed to know, to kind of refresh my hope in mankind, pretty much. And she's definitely a soul sister, definitely vibe with her, definitely have been guidance, a teacher, and definitely been very, very helpful with me along my journey because I've been needing some guidance at this point in my life to grow. And so Melissa's come along, and oh, I have something before we continue. I have something. I wanted to give you this because it's a little.
Oh, I love angels.
Yeah, my mother gave that to me when I was 20 years old, and it's about the only thing I've been able to hold on to all these years.
Aww.
And she gave that to me when I was starting to awaken to the fact that I was different.
Oh, I know about being different.
Yeah, different. So I really wanted to give that to you. It's very sentimental, and I think it just belongs to you. All right, so yay, I got that out of the way. All right, so I wanted to go into your experiences, your paranormal beginnings. I think we all have a lot in common with that. Is we have some paranormal beginnings, but what's unique about you is you remember them so young. You were like 3, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I had just turned 3. My sister had just been born.
Oh yeah, that's so. And you remember this like it was yesterday, which I find very fascinating.
Oh.
So go into your first experience, realizing you were different.
Well, my room was done in a carnival theme, and my dad had the ugliest shag carpet in there. It was multicolored. I mean, it looked like a clown blew up on it. But you know how all kids like to run their fingers through shag carpeting?
Yes.
Well, I would run my fingers through the shag carpeting, but when I would stop, the carpet would keep moving.
Wow. That's some. I'm just over the past 20 years, I started to realize what that is, and what that is to me is that you were basic. To me, that's a sign of your pineal gland. Basically, you were born with it wide open, and that you are interdimensional. Like you're very tapped into different timelines and different dimensions within this plane of sphere of influence. So that's absolutely incredible. I don't think too many. Raise your hand if you can remember that kind of stuff at a young age. I don't. Yeah, she can. She can. Not too many people can do that. And then I think in our pre-interview you mentioned something about the ghost nanny.
Yeah. When my sister was about 6 months old, we moved to Florida. Mm-hmm. And we were staying on this little, it was a little L-shaped apartment building. Mm-hmm. And I remember the room I had, it was in the back of the house, had a big window in it, and I would wake up in the middle of the night because something was playing with my feet. And it was a little boy. A few nights later, the little boy came back and he brought an old woman with him.
Wow.
And she would sit in the corner of my room in a rocking chair and just sit there all night long. And this went on for about 6 or 8 months. And my mother came in one night to check on me, and she saw the woman sitting in the chair in the corner. And before my mom could say anything, the woman lifted her finger to her mouth and went, shh, and just disappeared.
Yeah.
I still get the chills.
I just got chilled down my spine when you said that. That's some really intense experience. And you were only 4 then, right? You were only 4?
Yeah,
4?
yeah. I was 3, almost 4.
3 almost. Wow, that's intense. I think we have a lot of the same. Sorry about all the dogs and things. It's just part of our house. And the dogs are part of our family.
Don't chew on the tablecloth.
All right, and oh yeah, and I wanted you to. we have these lovely, lovely pictures of your family. So I want you to, and I know we want to give them honor because they have, led the path that led to Melissa coming here. So go ahead and start wherever you would
Okay,
like.
well, this one here, that is my great great grandmother. Her name was Mary Alice Teagle, and she married my great great grandfather, William Stewart, and this is their son, my great grandfather, William. We called him Pappy. And, well, his grandchildren called him Pappy. His friends called him Louie. And this one, this is my great grandmother, Alice Mary. Her maiden name was Bowden, and she became a Stewart when she married my grandfather. And this, or my great grandfather. Mm-hmm. So this is her husband as a child.
Aww.
And then in this photo is my great grandma Alice with my grandfather Wayne. I think he was 2 years old in that photo, same age as.
Now this looks like maybe the 40s?
Yes.
Okay.
That was 42, 43.
Oh yeah, that hairstyle for sure. And what year was this picture taken?
Oh goodness, this was taken in the 30s.
Okay. Yeah.
She was a teenager. She was about 17 years old.
Oh, absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And then her sister.
Yeah.
My great Aunt Pigeon. She was the black sheep of the family. She was a burly cue dancer. Yeah, she was funny and she was blunt. She smoked cigars and wore short skirts, and she didn't give a damn what anybody thought.
That's what's up. So you have memories of
I
her.
do. I remember when I was 11 years old, we went to her house in Okeechobee, and she showed me this great big walnut trunk. It was from the 20s, like the old steamer trunks that would open up.
Yes.
Where you could hang your clothes and everything. And it was full of burlesque clothing and pearls and fishnet stockings.
Ooh.
And the little high heels, and it was really fun. And I was looking at this picture. This picture was on her nightstand. And I was looking at it, and I kept looking at her, and she goes, I was so thin back then. I said, well, yeah, you were young. She goes, you know how I stayed so thin and so fit? Now, mind you, I was 11 years old. I said, how, Aunt Pigeon? And she said, lots of sex.
I like this Aunt Pigeon. She was awesome.
She was a wild one.
Yeah.
And then when I turned 14, she actually gave me that steamer trunk full of costumes. That was when grunge first came in. So I'd slice up my jeans and wear bright red fishnet stockings. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's actually very badass. Not very many people have the pleasure of getting to know their previous generations like me. I never got to know any of that. So you're so blessed.
Yeah.
And then this picture.
Speaking of generations, this photo is, top corner is my great great grandmother. Across from her is my great-grandmother, and the lower, right-hand corner there is my grandmother, and then on the other side of her is my mother, Darlene, and she was 6 months pregnant with me at the time. So I have 5 generations of women in my family in one photo.
That is so unique, and what a wonderful memorial to the beautiful women and strong and forward-thinking. They were, what would you call them, the healers and the.
Oh, they were definitely healers. My great-great-grandmother, when she first came over from Scotland, they moved to the Appalachian Mountains, and she was what they called an Appalachian folk healer.
Awesome. That is so
She would travel around the mountains if women were in labor or somebody got cut or broken arm needed to be set. She was the one that went out and helped fix everybody.
So these women are basically an asset to this place, and their knowledge brought, people the assistance and help that they need. Oh yeah, that led me to the next point that I wanted to bring up. So at what age would you say that you started to realize, because of these heavy influence of these outstanding women, what age did you realize what your purpose or calling was?
Well, I wouldn't really call it an understanding of the women, but when I was 4 years old, we went to my grandmother's house in Florida. That was my father's mother. And I decided that I was just going to walk into the pool. I walked in the pool and I sat down on the bottom step. And next thing I knew, there were paramedics all around me. Said I had died for 3 minutes. And they brought me back, and the paramedic kept asking me what happened. And all I could say was, I drowned.
Oh my goodness.
Because I knew I had drowned, but I knew after that that I was meant to be here for a purpose, and that purpose was to help people heal.
Yeah, you definitely, I would agree with that, like intensely agree with that, because you've definitely assisted a lot of, not only myself, but the people that I love around me. Yeah, Joey's raising his hand back there. Yeah, you've definitely been a pivotal person that I don't think we would be where we're at emotionally or spiritually and even physically, because it's all connected to be at the point where we are right now. And we've been looking, and I've been searching, and you know, you can do so much work within in your own spiritual practices, but sometimes you need guidance. And so I want to personally thank you for showing up in our lives, because okay, I'll try not to cry here.
Don't cry, because if you cry, I'll cry.
I cry. Okay, let me choke this down, because it's very, very powerful stuff. Very, very powerful. Don't let her humbleness fool you. She's very, very powerful, very knowledgeable, and willing to share that knowledge with those who thirst or ask for that guidance or that knowledge. She is just a living Akashic record of knowledge and information and creativity, and she sparks my mind. I'll be up all night. I can't sleep because I'm thinking about too many things. So this will lead me to my next point, that I already, when I met you, kind of knew, oh, okay, this person is different. There is a depth of love to you that is rare, and I want you to, and this might trigger some people, so if I'm just warning you now, you might want to click off, because it's a very sensitive subject, but it's taking her courage to share this part of herself, but I think it reveals the intense depth of the capacity of Melissa's ability to love herself and others. So would you like to talk about your son Noah a little bit, if you're willing to?
Yeah. Okay. He's 25 years old now. When I was 18 years old, I was told I could have no children because I have Stein-Leventhal syndrome, which is a form of polycystic ovarian syndrome. And I was doing all kinds of treatments to trigger my menses and all this stuff. And I went to a party one night. It was a Halloween party. And I remember being there. And then I remember waking up in my bed the next morning feeling like a Mack truck had hit me. And 5.5 months later, I found out. Oops,
I got it.
That I was pregnant. And all my friends, my family, you know, abort it. As the child of a rapist. Give it up for adoption. Mm-hmm. I was told I'd never have children. I took it as the God is blessing me with a child. Excellent. And when I told him no, I'm keeping him, I was told I was not welcome at home anymore. So I went and got myself an apartment, and my dad moved in with me to help me take care of him. Wow. And I am so thankful for every moment that I get to spend with him.
Wow, that's, okay, try not to cry again here. That is so, wow. To be exiled just because you're choosing life.
Yeah.
You know, to
a life that wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, but it's here, so we're having the baby.
Yeah.
And so thank you for making that choice, because I know Noah and he's awesome. So yeah, he definitely worth every bit of what you went through to have him here. So I feel like it doesn't matter what I think, but I think you made the right decision.
Oh, I know I
I
did.
made the right decision. So so powerful stuff here, powerful stuff here. And I know that took a lot, so I appreciate you sharing that with me.
Mm-hmm.
That means a lot. So my next question to you would be, how does it feel when you're contributing to others? How does that, I mean, just how does that make you feel, and how does that inspire you to continue?
It makes me feel grateful.
Yeah.
Grateful that I'm allowed in these people's lives. Grateful that I'm here to help. And when I see them go off on their own and become something they never thought they could be, it just makes me grateful to be alive.
Yeah, we definitely needed you now, here, now, in our lives. And I'm not just talking for myself or for my mate or anything. I'm talking about the collective as well. So, yeah, we couldn't do this gig without you. And when you came into this planet, it was a gift. It is a
Thank
gift,
you.
not was, is. And so, for our final closeout, I would like you to give advice for everyone. What is the statement right now that you would like to make to the world?
Everybody is born with a shining, bright light inside of them. Never ever let someone else dim your light. You're special and you are loved and you are meant to shine.
So you better listen to her, because she's right. She's absolutely right. Don't let anybody dim your light. Sometimes that might mean standing up for yourself, standing up where you believe in when no one else sees your vision. You stay true to your vision and to yourself, and continue to love and love others from that belief and from that knowing, not just the belief, but from the knowing. So when people are a jerk to you or abusive to you, you just keep shining that light. And we want to thank you so much. I want to thank you, Melissa, for doing this with me. I appreciate it. It means so much to me. Oh, I knocked all these pictures over. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Go live big.